Hey everybody, thanks for joining in. If you could smash that like button, totally appreciate it if you appreciate this content. Okay, this one little vignette is going to be on this vignette is going to be on fitness and preparing yourself. So what do I mean by that? All right, so if your normal routine is you're inside your house and you're walking on the treadmill, and the treadmill is at a flat surface with no incline, and you walk at 2.0 miles per hour, and you do that every day for half an hour, and you've been doing that, and that's your quote exercise routine. That's great. It is. It's great. And what I'm going to challenge you to do is to mix it up. Now, what do I mean by that? So, if you have a treadmill, there's a button on your treadmill where you can change the incline of your treadmill. So, use the up arrows, and next thing you know, you're walking at a 0.5 incline, a 1 incline, a 5 incline, a 15 incline. And it's making the walking on the treadmill more challenging and more difficult than if you were just walking flat. Okay, so that's a way at home to change it up, make it more challenging. The other thing that you can do is that if you only go out when it's nice outside, let's say 70-degree weather, that's your ideal to go outside. That's great, but I don't know about you, but most places on the earth, they don't stay at 70-degree temperature all the time. You're going to have a fluctuation. Sometimes it's going to be raining. Sometimes it's going to be cold. Sometimes it's going to be snow on the ground. So what I encourage you to do is to switch it up and to get outside. And instead of staying cozy and warm in your air conditioning or in your heat inside, get outside in the elements. Put on your gear. If it's raining, put on your raincoat. Put on your rain pants. Okay? Make sure you got wool socks on to whisk away the water from your feet getting wet. Okay? And in addition to that, it's cold outside. Get your gloves. Get your double layer hats. Put on your down coats. Have on your wool sweaters underneath to wick that sweat away from you. And if you have wool pants, put on wool pants. I've got some wool pants on now. Again, make sure you've got the proper hiking shoes on. I'm gonna stop right here. You can come through. How you doing? Hang with me, people. Hello. Have a good one.
Thanks, you too.
So I wanted to let this woman with a dog and a muzzle pass through me because she looked like she was having a difficult time with him. All right, so what I'm getting at is you're going to wear different gear for different months. And when you get outside in the elements, let me tell you, it's very different than staying in the comfort of your house on your treadmill, okay? Your body, when it heats up, okay, your body has to moderate that temperature, okay? And having the right gear, the gloves, the hat, the shoes, the socks, the wool layers, or the what is it called, merino layers, whatever, long johns, etc. By having on the right gear, number one, you're getting outside in the elements and you're moving. You're also not walking on the same exact flat terrain that you are on your treadmill. You're challenging your feet and your ankles with branches and, tree roots and leaves and sticks and mud and wetness. You're challenging, and rocks, you're challenging your body to adapt and manipulate to these new footing and new environments. And then also the incline. When you're on a trail, it's not flat. You're going up, you're going down. You're challenging your aerobic activity with breathing, etc. So again, consider changing it up. Get out of your comfort zone and start to level up. Bring yourself into a more challenging circumstance so that you can withstand different types of temperature, and you are comfortable wearing different gear and how to pack your gear for different elements that may happen: rain, snow, cold, etc. and heat as well. So the other thing is, you can see this turquoise teal strap. I am also carrying weight in my backpack today, okay? Now, for a bit, I had a shoulder injury. And so what I was carrying was very minimal because I was still healing that injury. But now that that injury is underway, I'm starting to change up the weight that I'm carrying in my backpack so that, again, given the circumstances of doing a longer hike or camping out for a longer period of time with a heavier backpack, or given certain circumstances that if we have some kind of catastrophe or whatever, I know that I'm training my body to be able to carry not just my own body weight, but extra backpacking gear, so that if and when something happens, I know, I'm confident I can do it. Not only do it for 10 minutes, but for the long haul. That I've trained myself and my body to be able to handle different terrain, different weather, different weights, and that I know how to use my gear. I'm practicing using my gear. I know how to use a propane stove or a butane stove. I know how to make a fire with different varieties of lighting that fire. I know how to keep myself dry. I know how to create a lean-to. I know how to set up a tent. I know how to gather water that's clean to drink. I know how to purify that water if it's looking kind of dull and dirty. I know how to purify it. And so what I'm getting at is, you may know intellectually how to do these things, but if you haven't yourself gotten out on the trail, practiced with these skills while camping, being outside doing it, knowing how it really feels to carry that weight on yourself, knowing that when it's windy outside and you're trying to light a match, that sometimes it can take a few matches before you finally get the thing lit because of the winds. What I'm saying is, it is the preparedness of practicing these skills on a daily or weekly basis that, again, in the beginning, I was a beginner. I didn't know what I was doing. I was fumbling around, okay? But as I keep practicing these things, I keep getting better. And I keep thinking of new innovations of how to do what I want to do in maybe a new and creative way that I hadn't considered before, because I'm trying out different equipment. I'm trying out things in a new way. For example, right now I'm wearing can you see it? This red paracord bracelet. And if I need rope for something, I have that rope right on my wrist. And it's red, so it's easy to find in my gear. And I've got a solar flashlight in my backpack that I've already charged up on the dash of my truck. Now it's in my backpack. If it gets dark on this trail, if I lose my way for whatever reason, I'm cool. I'm not gonna be stressed out because I have a solar light with me. I also have a headlamp with me, and I have a flashlight, a simple flashlight. So I've got 3 sources of light on me right now in case the weather conditions change or I lose my way in the woods. I have the right gear and I know how to use it in order to find my way back to my truck, okay? Or find my way back to my campsite. So I am encouraging you to investigate and know how to use equipment. And on a last note, next video I'm going to talk about first aid. All right, have a good one, everybody. I'm out.